For me, I lean toward stuff that happens in real life, which would be autobiography. But any fiction writer will take little elements of truth and then they'll turn it into a story. So, maybe if I had to put a percentage on it, I'd say like 20%. Like in my first book, the kid's great at basketball. I played basketball. The second book, the kid's half Mexican, half white. I'm like that. In the third book, I actually didn't take a whole lot from myself. I took from somebody that was on my basketball team, and I made him kind of like the core of the story. So I'd say about 20%. I didn't. When I was younger, I wanted to be a professional basketball player, and I really didn't think I could even be an author until I had some professors that started to believe in me before I even believed in myself. And then I still didn't even think I could be an author until somebody bought my first book. Even when I wrote my first book, I didn't think I could be an author. So it wasn't until somebody actually bought it and I said, wow, somebody actually wants to read my book. Then I thought, oh, maybe I could be an author. I'd say when I was younger, it was harder to relate to the white side because I was just with my family and that's all I knew. So it was easy to relate to the Mexican side. But then as I got older and I went to college, I felt like I was drifting away from my Mexican side of my family. So for me, it's all about, like, I go visit my family as much as I can. But growing up, I think for bicultural kids, like biracial kids, that's the toughest thing is you don't feel like you're a member of either group. You feel like you're somewhere in between. And, you hang out with the Mexican kids and you feel like you're too white. You go hang out with the white kids and you feel like you're too Mexican. So it's hard to figure out where you fit in. And my whole thing is this. The less you try, the better. Why should I try? I'm whatever you think I am, I don't care what you define me as. I have my own definition, Well, you have a lot of people that think you can never do it. But I also had a lot of people who said, you could never play basketball in college because you're not tall enough. I have a lot of people who have said, you can never write a book. It's too hard to get a book published. And I always tell people, if I can do it, anybody can do it, because I'm not like the smartest guy in the world. I'm just a normal kid. Like, I was just a normal kid in high school, a normal kid in college, and I just tried hard. And if you keep trying hard for long enough, you can do almost anything. I think it's so fun to write about characters going through all the stuff that teenagers go through, because it's like so much stuff is happening. You're meeting your first girl, and you're trying to spit game at this girl for the first time. You're also like trying to figure out, well, who am I going to be? Where am I going to go? Like, what college am I going to be at? Everything's so dramatic and big and important. So as a writer, it's the greatest spot to write about because so much is happening. So this is what I always say for anybody who wants to actually be a writer. I say show up every single day. So if you're writing a story, don't take any days off. Even if you just write one sentence a day, eventually you're getting somewhere and you're going to finish that story.